Hello, welcome to the sideboard here at the StarCityGames.com Team Constructed Open in Louisville, part of the SCG Tour, brought to you by Ultimate Guard. I'm Nick Miller alongside Team Bayou Boys, as I'm calling it. We've got Tom Ross, Austin Bursavich, Jody Keith here. All players that have known each other for a long time, played Magic for a long time, but you don't get to come together that often.
Yeah, I've known Austin since he was like 13, known Jody for like 10 years too. We've all teamed together, just not all like three at once before.
Yeah.
And like smaller stuff too. But yeah, we all just drove here from Louisiana, Texas, Virginia now. Just want to give it a go, yeah.
Long drive.
Ready to game.
Yeah.
Now you coming off an open win not too long ago, and of course you were at the same event winning the Modern Classic while he was winning the Modern Open, so that was a pretty good weekend there in Dallas. You weren't able to get there, but you were able to watch from home. Must have been pretty cool to see your friends kind of do well at that event that you couldn't make it to.
Yeah, it was cool. It's a big event too, and that area is always very aggressive, so for a Death Shadow deck to do good, like against all the burn, whatever not. So I don't think I was doing anything. I was just at home watching it. Dallas a little too far.
Yeah. And that was the first kind of big constructed event for you in a long time.
Yeah.
Did that kind of rejuvenate you to kind of start playing some more Magic?
A little bit, yeah, but it's just tough. I have a full-time job now and
wife and kids.
Second daughter, yeah, so it's hard for me to get out often. And I prefer limited still, so try to go to the limited Grand Prix that I can that are closer. Yeah.
So Jody, how was the team formed? Did you guys discuss it, or was it something that just kind of came together?
Yeah, it was right after San Antonio. I played with Donald Smith and Aaron Barish. We had a good team in San Antonio, and Donald was going to the Pro Tour last week, and he wasn't in on the next one. So I said I have to find a team quick, and it was early. So, and of course Austin had just done well in Dallas, and they won the PTQ at that same Grand Prix. So that very week I was like, well, Austin, he can play Modern, and I've been playing Legacy. I play Lands. I've been playing for like 5 years. So I was like, we gotta get a standard guy. I was like, Tom, man, he'll be a standard guy, but I'll ask him. I mean, he might have a team already. So I just texted him. He was like, yeah, cool. Is Austin in? Yeah, he's in. All right, let's do it. So it was a text. It worked out, and it was great. So having some fun.
Sounds like most conversations with Tom.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, let's do it. We each time.
Nice.
So you kind of knew what format you were going to play. You've been playing Lands for a long time. When Tom played Lands at the Players Championship, he said he talked to you about it. How is it kind of positioned now post Miracles?
Oh, well, right now, usually the plan against Miracles was like Chalice Tracker, so that frees up some sideboard spots. And I think in the meta game, a lot of the spell combo decks come back since the Miracle decks leave.
Counterbalance gone.
Counterbalance is gone, so those come back. They get a resurgence, so does Elves. They come back, so Elves is a good matchup. But the spell decks aren't that great. But the way I see it is the spell decks come back, the Delver decks are going to follow, especially if there's no Terminus. There's some Maverick decks that'll come back. So those more creature decks will come in, and the Delvers are just usually buy rounds. So, and you don't ever have to worry about the Miracle Menace. Like, that's just the grindiest match. So at least that one's just out your hair. Your deck construction, you don't have as much requirement. You don't have as many requirements now that it's gone.
Did any of that kind of come to mind when you were metagaming for this tournament, or were you just kind of like, I play Lands, I'm going to play it here, or did you kind of think, what the team meta might be?
Yeah, well, I played it for the last couple of weeks on my stream, and what I found was that obviously on Magic Online there's a lot more storm combos. So I went with playing a bunch of sphere effects, like 6 total, so to make up for all the combo decks. And I think for metagame wise, we figure most times in Legacy people will play what they have, and and if they had Miracles, they're going to jump on something new. And so we were looking at maybe some possibilities that they would move into, but I figured it would be Stoneforges and other decks that are pretty favorable for lands. So the metagame was pretty much, we needed something for the spell combo decks, so we overloaded on the spheres on the board for the most part. Kept the ball main deck for the storm matches and reanimators.
Now, Austin, you won the Open with the Jund Death Shadow deck kind of right after the Grand Prix. It was kind of doing really well.
Yeah.
You're playing a different version, but a similar strategy this weekend.
Yeah. I didn't really play much Modern at all after that. I don't think I played at all, but I'm in a Slack group with the guys from Houston where I live now, and they talk about everything. And I saw some people talking about Modern, and they posted this deck, which Reed Duke played at, I guess San Antonio is where he played it, but it's just like 2 color, just green-black in the main deck. And then he gets all the white sideboard cards, but Ty said it looked good. I was looking at it and I thought I'll just try it, and just goldfishing it felt pretty good. So I was like, I'll just try this instead. It's probably better in the mirror, better versus the best decks.
Sure.
Maybe you lose some percentage versus the entire field. I think it's better for a tournament like this.
Tom?
Okay, good. Yeah, that's another thing about this format that's really great, the team format, because usually whenever I play lands, I always end up with a couple matches that you can't really secure with cards.
You get your
But
four losses
teams,
or whatever now.
Yeah.
When you have your teams, you're like, all right, well, we don't really have to dedicate to this. I got these two guys to at my back.
Won a lot of rounds 2-1 so far.
Yeah.
And then you ended up on zombies. How's that?
Yeah, it's like the tribal deck of this standard era. It's really strong, really fast. Kind of has the tools to beat everything. Other like creature decks. I played Marvel 3 times, so I'm 2-1 against it. Can't beat them all the time. But I'm playing black-white, and the white is a little bit better against both like the mirror and against Marvel. Like, I have to worry about Wayward Servant, and sometimes Blinding Mummy can tap things down. Then I have like Access Declaration of Stone, Cast Out, Anguish Unmaking. Not playing Gideon, don't like it. Think it's bad. Got some Stir the Sands instead. So I'm just kind of spice it up a little bit.
Do you think the results from the Pro Tour might kind of skew, what people are going to bring to this event? Because now everyone knows zombies is a real deal, while going into the Pro Tour it kind of wasn't as big of a deal as it is now.
So basically everybody has to play Marvel or something that is perceived to beat it. And same way with zombies, you have to play a deck that looks like it can beat zombies. But zombie is resilient, it's tough. It can go very long. Dark Salvation gets huge, Lilon's Mastery is tough, and a lot of my cards come back. So I can go like toe-to-toe with like a Chandra Flamecall or whatever, and like a cast Ulamog and stuff. It didn't like end of the world if I just get rid of it with Anguish Unmaking. Like all my creatures are kind of flat or the same or whatever. And kind of got enough mana sources, got 25 just in the deck.
So as a team, how's the event going for you? You guys are 4-1 so far through 5 rounds.
Yeah.
How's it felt? How do you guys feel with what you've brought to the table?
Yeah, I think it feels good. He's played against a lot of Marvel, which we expect. He got paired against multiple combo decks at the beginning, so like High Tide, Reanimator, like some of the worst matchups, but he was still winning some rounds. I lost his shred deck, and that's the round we lost.
We both lost our round that we lost in the same round.
Tom won, so
We just like more timing.
Yeah.
We both lost at the same time. Tom won.
I lost the last 2 rounds, but they won, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, that's the glory of the team
Yeah,
event.
exactly. We're going 2-1 every round, so it feels good.
It's like we drew it up, yeah.
We each get a chance to lose and then get picked up.
So is this something you're kind of looking to kind of get together for more of the opens? Because we have more team opens coming up this year. I know you got a busy life with the kids and the job and everything.
But yeah, if there's ever one that's close enough to drive, or I have a free weekend, I prefer to play a team event than even, a limited Grand Prix or something on Magic Online like I normally would. So
how about you?
I would
Legacy, I'm in.
Yeah, we don't get to see you quite as often.
Legacy,
so.
I'm coming. Yeah, y'all missed my flight. I got canceled. I was trying to be in Worcester with y'all, but they canceled my flight on me. So anytime they got team is great. They got more Legacy. So Legacy, I'm here.
Well, we're glad to have you here. Tom, Austin, Jody, thanks for joining me here on the sideboard. We wish you the best of luck the rest of the way.
Thanks, Nick.
Stay tuned to StarCityGames.com all weekend long for the action here in Louisville.